Babblebox #influencer is back for a new season with fresh perspectives and honest takes from those paving the way. CEO and founder and host Sherry Langbert connects with brands, experts, and content creators alike to discuss hot topics, advertising and industry trends, best practices, and more. On this episode, Sherry is joined by Kristen Thomas, a former foster youth and current foster adoptive mom. Currently residing in Raleigh, North Carolina, working towards her license in clinical mental health counseling, Kristen is working as the social media manager for One Simple Wish, whom has many programs to support those affected by foster care, and also part-time for a program called Hope and Vine that employs and mentors young women who have aged out of foster care. Also on this episode, we will hear from Katz, a teenage volunteer for One Simple Wish.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry, and welcome to a very special episode of our podcast. Today, we have Kristen Thomas from One Simple Wish and Katz, a high school student from Riverdale High School. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. So glad to be here.
Nice to have you here. So, Kristen, just tell us what your role is with One Simple Wish before we dive into the questions.
Sure. I am the social media manager with One Simple Wish.
Thank you. And Dylan, tell us who you are, because we have, why is a high school student here today?
I'm 16 and I live in New York. I go to Riverdale Country School, and I started this initiative with Babblebox and One Simple Wish to donate boxes to foster care children.
Awesome. So now, Kristen, we're going to loop back to you. Can you tell us, we love working together with you and Dylan and with One Simple Wish, but for everyone listening, what is One Simple Wish? What's the basis of the organization? What do you do and how are you helping?
Sure. So One Simple Wish aims to support those who've been affected by foster care. So either children still in care or those who've aged out. One thing that makes One Simple Wish unique is that no one ever ages out of our program. So we grant wishes. It can be anything from a new pair of shoes to a Barbie dream house, all the way up to like emergency funds for like those who are food insecure or need help with bills, etc. We also have scholarship programs. We have a resource forum, which I love because it's non-monetary and it's helping those with lived experience in foster care make budgets or do resumes, things like that, right? And then we actually have two programs launching this year, which are really cool. Stoke, it actually helps and supports foster youth who have their own small businesses, which is so cool.
That's
and then
awesome.
Shelter, Shelter will launch this fall, and they are a residential program and mentorship for those that really are interested in like animal care, so like veterinary sciences and things like that. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. And I know you yourself grew up in the foster care system. So, how did One Simple Wish help you?
Yeah. So when I aged out, I had a very little idea on how to eat healthy and cook healthy. And so when I was becoming a foster mom, I reached out to One Simple Wish for just basic cooking classes. And it was just so tremendously helpful to be able to learn how to, heal some of my own food stuff, but also extend that to the kids that came through my home and eventually my adopted daughter, who loves to eat. And they've just been supporting me very consistently over the last couple of years, and they've just become family. So really big reason why I joined the team.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Dylan, what drew you to One Simple Wish?
Well, I wanted to join forces with like a group or organization whose goal it was to, raise awareness about foster care and like connect people to kids in need. And initially it was hard to find someone who was willing to listen to my idea. I made calls and many emails to different organizations, and through research, I finally found One Simple Wish. And I was looking for a partner who had been active in the field of caring for children for many years, and who wanted to try something new. So when I heard and read about One Simple Wish, like I just and they responded right away. It has been amazing. And they were so open to the concept from the beginning. So it has been like a great collaboration, and it's still going. So.
Okay, so you came to me with this big idea. So now tell us what the big idea was and what you've been doing.
So my idea was to send these candy boxes to children. I mean, we started off sending them, our first box was to children in Texas, and then our second and third boxes were just like everywhere, like a lot of people from New York, New Jersey, everywhere. And we meet with One Simple Wish to discuss the new boxes and the candy, and like we have different themes for the boxes and markets to target and to get feedback about previous boxes. And so far they've been a hit, which has been, great. And then recently we've also launched a page like for this box, this Valentine's box I'm currently packing right now, and to have people donate to fill and deliver additional boxes. And we've got enough donations to fill over, I think like 140 additional boxes to date.
Awesome. I'm glad the candy is nowhere near my team, and it's closer to you.
Oh,
So Kristen, how has, what Dylan's been doing with BabbleBox and with One Simple Wish helped in any way your organization?
absolutely. We were just so impressed. Like anytime a young person really wants to get involved, it's just so inspiring. So we just love Dylan. We just loved her energy and her passion, and her creativity, right? It's just so unique. And so we're just really thankful. The impact was, the young adults that she chose, because it's not going out to young children, it's going out to the aged out community. And they don't always get the same kind of supports, especially when they get the option to choose what was in the box. That was such a huge hit. And it really partners with what we believe is important, that they have the opportunity to just kind of get loved on just because there's nothing they had to do to earn it. And they got to actually have a choice in it. So it was just really inspiring to hear some of the feedback. And one actually went to my house, to my daughter, and she adored it. So
Awesome.
big hit with the young people and in our home. So
yeah, and just so everyone can understand, the way that it worked was that there's different themes that we set up on a landing page, and the children get to choose. So there's like usually 9 candies, right, Dylan?
Yeah, there's 9.
Based on the theme, and then the children get to choose the 3 that they want, and then there's like these cute boxes that go to all the children. So Kristen, I know last summer when we started this, there was a lot going on and we didn't understand what was going on, but you had like a mass influx of traffic one morning, and it had something to do with Reddit, I think.
yes, absolutely. So we received the Reddit hug of death, which is usually not a great thing because they crash your site, right? But it was in the best way possible. So someone commented, what was the greatest thing you've ever done, but you never told anybody? And someone commented that they had granted a wish for a kid in foster care who wanted a bike. And because of that, there was like an avalanche of support. Our site crashed so many times from so many people wanting to donate and to grant wishes. It was like, I'm even getting chills just thinking about it. Like, it was so incredible. It brought us all to tears. It lasted for weeks. Like, it was just incredible. And because of that, the most important thing that happened, not just the wishes were granted, but so many of those out there who didn't know we existed are now receiving support, right? Which is just the icing on top for sure.
And you have no idea where, like, it's just someone from the past.
We tried to get in touch with the person who made the comment, but they just really wanted to be anonymous. Good person.
That is incredible. And that's, I guess, the power of social, right?
Absolutely.
Have you at all, I know, with nonprofits, it's challenging. Have you been approached by any influencers? Do you work with influencers?
We do. Yes, we have been so tremendously thankful. We've had several influencers support and bring awareness to our mission to help get us out there to those who need us. And also we've worked with brands. We've worked with some corporate partnerships that actually match donations and things like that. And then too, I think what's really cool is the people who actually grant the wishes are some of our greatest influencers, because they're so passionate about what they're doing that they spread our awareness really well. And it's just so important and meaningful to us. So yes, to influencers, but honestly, anyone who has a heart and just spreads our message, we are just equally for and thankful.
Well, therein lies Dylan, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So Dylan, how does it feel to be making this impact?
I mean, I'm just so happy about like the work that I've been able to do with Babblebox and One Simple Wish. I mean, like the minute I read about like the foster care issue, I knew I had to make a difference, like even if like for a moment, just to tell like these children and like these aged out like people in like the system like that they're cared for and that someone is thinking of them. And like, I guess like over time, like doing these boxes, I've just realized that like one person like me, I can do something like if I'm committed to it, and like I didn't give up, like, and it's been like a wonderful learning experience. Like we've delivered hundreds of boxes and like it's made people feel great and cared for, and like my goal was just to make a difference, and it's just like I'm really happy with how it's like turned out.
And when it comes to your workload, how do you balance doing this? And I know you're in exams and you do really well in school, apparently. So how do you do it all?
I just think like if you like believe in your mission and like the ability to like explain like your desires and your like reasons, like you should like be able to get involved. Like it takes persistence, and like you have to like do your research and set aside like time to like make like your lists of targets and like make goals and outline the idea and like learn about it. But like it takes like critical like thinking and, you know, research skills and like just like a belief in like making a difference.
Awesome. So, Kristen, I just want, because people listen to this, and influencers and brands, and I want them to be able to find you, to be able to help the organization. So if you could tell us that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, honestly, following us on social media is probably the best way to stay in touch with us. And I'm sure you may share some of our tags, but also, you know, we have found so many of us, so many people who email in or talk to us, found us just through friends, coworkers, the person next to you in line at the grocery store. When you really understand the need and the amazing work that One Simple Wish does, and it's so simple, like it's not some complicated system. We have just such an amazing team that works tirelessly to make sure that the red tape is cut through and every child that reaches out to us has some type of support and they're better when they come to us. And so when you really get that, almost anyone can truly make a difference just by sharing our mission. So,
And I hope everyone tuning in does. And the website is
onesimplewish.org.
awesome. A lot of people might go to the wrong one, so I want to make sure it's right.
Yes, onesimplewish.org.
So now I'm going to ask my last question, which is my favorite question, but I'm going to go to you, Kristen, because I think Dylan's might be funnier.
Okay.
Just, you know, no, but yeah, let's go ahead and ask this question. Name an influencer you love to follow, but hate to admit that you do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been following, you might know them, the Holderness family.
Yes.
They actually live in my community in Raleigh, North Carolina. Never met them.
wow.
I've seen them in public, but I gave them their space, you know. But they make these like cringy but relatable videos that are hilarious. Yeah. And like every morning I'm like, okay, did they post a new one? Like, I love
They're awesome.
them. And they actually won the Amazing Race last night. Like they won. Did? I literally cried. Like, I was sobbing. I was so happy because they're such good people, right?
Yeah.
But you know, I sometimes don't repost their videos because they are a little bit cringy, but they're so funny. So
yeah. Good to know. I didn't watch the Amazing Race, but thank you. Okay, Dylan, I'm going to pass it to you. Name an influencer you love to follow, but hate to admit that you do.
Honestly, like probably like a TikToker like Charlie D'Amelio or like Addison Rae. Like I like watching TikTok videos and like I learn dances from them and like but
my God.
People like my friends just don't like that I follow them, so I just never talk about it. But like when I'm like I'll watch their videos and I'll learn their TikTok dances. So and I'll like buy things from like Addison Rae's TikTok makeup line and like
oh my God. Well, there's proof positive. Influencer marketing works, right? So everyone tuning in, please visit One Simple Wish. And Kristen, it's lovely working with you in the organization. And Dylan, thank you for everything you have brought to BabbleBox and for making this happen.
Oh, I hope to hug you soon, Dylan, in person.
Thank you both so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of #Influencer. To stay up to date on latest episodes, topics, and trends, hit that subscribe button. You can find our current and past episodes on our website, Apple and Google podcast channels, as well as Spotify. This is #Influencer.